Volodymyr is a native Crimean. After the peninsula was occupied by Russia in 2014, he had to leave to avoid imprisonment. For more than 6 years, he has been working in Kyiv Human Rights Organization. The man helps to defend the rights of the Crimea residents. Our main task is to monitor and document war crimes in Crimea. We make a monthly report based on this. We send it to the embassies of foreign states, international organizations, and provide this information to our international partners. Volodymyr has family and friends in Crimea. He keeps in touch with them every day. The man says, because of the pandemic, over the past year, the occupation authorities have put enforced restrictions onto the movement of citizens. Besides, the political persecutions have become more frequent, and militarization of the peninsula continues. According to our data, as of today, 109 people are in custody there, with 69 of them tried in the frameworks of the so-called Crimean Muslims cases, namely for participation in Hizb ut-Tahrir and other Muslim organizations. The second big problem is militarization of Crimea. Since the beginning of occupation, more than 28,000 Crimeans have been called up. Moreover, the invaders persecute those who refuse to serve in the Russian army. Every month, hundreds of Crimeans call public organizations for help. According to human rights activists, since the occupation of the peninsula, the number of complaints concerning human rights violations have increased significantly. There are problems that aren't being resolved for a very long time. We are talking about access to basic administrative services, exchange and initial receipt of documents, as well as confirmation of legal pacts, which the Crimeans should confirm in courts. The issues of freedom of movement and education remain relevant as well. The Ukrainian government intends to coordinate international efforts to protect the rights of Crimeans, increase pressure on Russia and deoccupy the peninsula. The Foreign Ministry is actively developing the Crimean platform. It is planned to serve as a dialogue platform which would operate at different levels, namely at the levels of heads of states and governments, foreign ministers, parliamentarians and experts.
This platform will focus on the following areas: international policy of non-recognition of the attempted annexation, the effectiveness of sanctions and their strengthening, security in the Azov Black Sea region and the Eastern Mediterranean, human rights and international law. In fact, this means protection of the Crimean Tatar people, the indigenous population. This also means dealing with environmental and economic consequences of occupation.
The activity of the Crimean platform will be officially approved at the inaugural summit to be held on August 23 in Kyiv. Besides, the European Court of Human Rights is also starting Ukraine's lawsuit against Russia because of the occupation of Crimea. In addition, in order to preserve and maintain connection with residents of the temporarily occupied Crimea, President Volodymyr Zelensky has initiated reconstruction of the checkpoints and the arrangement of service areas for the provision of administrative services. Reported by Vadim Kramer and Vlada Tsurkan, UATV News.